Instead of Torah this week, we have a mashal, a parable, in preparation for Rosh Hashanah. Stories told by Rebbe Levi Yitzhak of Berditchev of a storekeeper, who did very well, who conducted his business with great integrity throughout the years, but one day tragedy struck. A fire consumed his store. Everything he had was gone. But worse yet, most of what was in the store was not paid for, was had only on credit. The man didn't know what to do, so he ran to his rabbi and asked him for advice. The rabbi told him to go to the creditor himself, look him straight in the eye and tell him what had happened, and ask for a favor. So that's precisely what the storekeeper did. He ran to the creditor, who had a great big mansion on the edge of town, and as he was about to knock on the door, paused for a moment, and felt so full of humiliation, so ashamed that he was going with his hand outstretched, that he just sat down on the steps and began to weep. Now inside the house, the rich man heard the weeping on his doorstep, and so opened his door and found the man crying, and he said, "What's the matter?" The man told him that his store had burned down, and that everything he had was gone, and he did not know what to do with his life. And the rich man told him, he said, I have a long relationship with you, a relationship that is rested on solid earth. I trust you. I know that you would never deceive me. Everything that you owe me on credit is gone. We start with a new slate. I'll extend you new credit so that you can stock a new store. We begin again. Now down the street from this store owner lived another man who had heard the story as it spread through the town, and he decided he would try his hand at the same. He went to the rich man who lived in the mansion, knocked on the door, and cried to him that he needed credit extended to him so he could start a business, so that he could go out into the world and make a good living for himself. The rich man looked at him blankly and said, I don't know you. We don't have a relationship. I don't know whether I can trust you. I don't know on what our relationship would be founded on, because we have no history. Rabbi Levi Yitzhak of Berditchev tells this story as a parable for an introduction to Rosh Hashanah. We begin again, and many of us strangers to the synagogue come with our hands outstretched looking for something. Healing, a new life, new hope, new possibility. And yet that extended hand really needs to be predicated on something larger than that, a newfound relationship. It's not enough simply just to come with our hungry hearts, but also with hope of new dialogue, new possibility, so that we can develop a relationship with our Master, one that is predicated on trust and belief and hope. Wishing you a Shana Tova Umeduka, a sweet new year. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu. May it be that we are all inscribed for a good year. And just as important, may this be a new beginning of a newfound relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu.